everyone, welcome to wildfoxstitchery. This is my channel all about cross stitch. My name is Steph, and you can also find me on Instagram at wildfoxstitchery. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much and welcome back. If you enjoy this video, please hit like and subscribe. I would love that. And in the comments below, let me know what projects you're working on, or if you're working on any of the same projects I am working on, because I would love to know that. And that I always love to find people who are doing the same projects as me. So go ahead and leave a comment below. I do also have an Etsy shop, and that is linked below in the description box. I sell some cross-stitch shirts and a few other shirts and stickers, a few things like that, kind of like the one I'm wearing here. I don't think I have this one in my shop, but keep an eye out for it soon. So let's get on with the stitching. I don't have any finishes this week. I do have about 1 million new starts though, so that's pretty exciting. We are hosting this month Luminea at Forest Crone Crafts on Instagram, and I are hosting our Fall for Foxes sale. You can use this hashtag here if you want to join us, because it's going on all month long. So we're stitching fox patterns. So that has been a lot of fun, and I have started quite a few fox patterns this month in the last couple of weeks. So that's why there's so many new starts that I don't normally have. I guess it's just the month to start everything. So let's take a look at the first one, and it's a full coverage piece. It's charted by Heaven and Art Designs, and Ray Powers is the artist. It's a mini fox in the flowers. I'll show you here how far I've gotten. And I was just working on this yesterday as well. So you can see I've started in the first page here. I was filling in some colors. I decided to do all of the black here, just outline where the fox is, so we can kind of see that coming in. This has been a really fun one to work on. I really enjoy it. This is stitched on 28 count, and it's a 2/1 10 stitch. So I thought that was kind of fun to see the fox face coming out here. Let's see what percentage I'm at on this one. I have put in 3,319 stitches to bring it to 4.73% done. So that's my first start this last couple of weeks. What's the next one? Okay, the next one is Fox in the Snow, a Riolis Kit. And this one, both Luminea and I are starting together this month. So let's show you what that looks like here. So here's what it's gonna look like. It's very cute. And this is my first time doing a Riolis kit, and the wool thread is a little bit different, but it's not bad. I don't mind it. It's been working out fine. It's a little thicker than a DMC that I'm used to, but here is where I've gotten to. So I started in the middle on this one, so this is just the middle of the fox. This is just one day of work so far, although I will be putting in more this month before we get to October. Not too exciting yet. So I'm looking forward to getting some more work in on that one, so we can see more of the fox. The one thing I really liked about that pattern, of course it's a paper pattern since it's a kit, is that it was colored in on the chart, so it was really easy, a lot easier than just the black and white chart to see where the different symbols are across the page. I just found it easier in that regards. Let's look at the next one. This is another one I started with Luminea, although I'm not sure that she started it yet. She's going to though. It's from Flossy Fox Shop and it's called Bats and Bells, Tea and Spells. It's super cute. Look at that cute little fox. This is how far I've gotten. Isn't he adorable? I love his little purple ears. So this is 2 days of work on this one. Because what I'm doing is I started all of the September projects and then I have them on a wheel. So now every day I just spin to see what I work on of those projects for the month. So this is stitching up pretty quickly. It's on a green Ada that I got from a thrift store. Like a moss green color. You can tell pretty well in this lighting what color it is, but I think it's gonna work out good here. Let's see what percentage we're at on this one, because it's not a paper pattern, so I have that. This is 46.49%, so almost halfway done. So that's been a fun one. I really like this. I had to get that fox in there right away before I did anything else. Next one is another kit. It's a Letistitch kit this time. Also the first time I've ever done one of those. Let's see if I can find a picture here. So here is what it looks like. It's Fox in the Meadow, I believe. Oh, it says Summer Dreams, but I call it Fox in the Meadow. So this uses anchor thread. I've never used that before either. I don't see much difference between that and DMC though, to be honest. And it is on a 16 count Ada. Let's see how far I've got. This one I've worked on 2 days. Just figure out which way is, this way here. Okay. So the pattern is split into 4 pages, which makes it a little tricky. So I just started in the middle, and you can see this is the edge of one of the pages that I'm working on. So there'll be this page, and 2 little pages here. But it's the fox. You can see his nose coming in. And then this is going to be his tail. I really like this kit too, and I like it because there are no fractional stitches and there are no blends. It's just full cross stitches and just single colors, which is different than any of my other kits, which are a little bit more difficult than that. So I like this one because it's a little easier that way. Of course, you do have a lot more colors that way since they're not blending them together, but that is fine. The colors come on cards like this, and they have this symbol, and they have a little hole where you can put your extra pieces of thread. It's really, really nice. I would definitely get another one of these kits for sure. This is the only one I have right now though. So that is a very nice kit to work on. Kind of just throwing my stuff on the ground here, so it's gonna be a mess to pick up later. Yeah, this is not my normal day for filming. I normally film Saturday mornings. This is Friday afternoon. I actually took half the day off today to get some stuff done around the house. So I got all my housework done, and I decided why not get my Flosstube filmed and get that done with for the weekend, especially because I have to run 12 miles I have a 12-mile run in the morning, and then the boys have a football game in the morning. So it doesn't leave much time in between to clean up after my run and get ready for filming. So yeah, this worked out well today since I had the day half the day off. Let's go. Let's see what we're up to next here. The next one is a surprise start that I couldn't resist. Satsuma Street came out with a new Christmas stitch along, holiday stitch along, and it's called Holiday House. You might have seen their Halloween house that they recently did. I didn't do that one, but I did decide to do the Christmas one, maybe because I just finished that other Satsuma Alice in Wonderland one from 2020. I don't know, maybe. But I thought that the part that we saw, it's a mystery, so we don't know what it looks like fully, but the part we saw was super cute. So this is how far I've gotten in one day of working on it. Started here. Still have to fill in some white around this 25, and I've been working on this Nutcracker guy. It's hard to see his hair, but he does have gray hair sticking off there. It doesn't show up on this Ada. What did I use? I used opalescent linen color. I don't think I have this sticker in here. Maybe it fell out. Yes, it did. It's opalescent raw linen Ada, and I've gotten this before for another Christmas one, a nativity one, and I really liked it, so I got it again for this cell. And it's 18 count, like I said. I did decide to use metallic thread just to give it even more shiny, sparkly glitter funness. So I got gold, and I have the E5200, the white. I hadn't used it before, and it was way more tricky than I thought it would be. I'm still gonna keep doing the gold, obviously, because I'm not gonna take this out after I've already put this part in. And he's got a bunch of gold trim on his uniform too, and I'm sure there's more gold as we go on. But I mean, it's doable, definitely, but it's a lot trickier than using regular thread, as I found out. You can see it there. It's kind of cool though, how sparkly it is. I think it'll add a nice touch. I'll probably do like the snow. Maybe I'll do the snow and the white. Maybe I will stick with something a little easier and just do B5200 instead. We'll see. So that is that. Working on the first section of that. I think it's in 4 parts. And I think the next one comes out on the 15th or something like that. Sometime at the end of this month. Yeah, so that was fun, and I'll probably work on that at least 1 or 2 more days when the wheel spins it. And then the last new start that I had was a wood cut witch, and it's for Nicole at Thistle and Threads. Sal, she's doing a Season of the Witch stitch along. Let me, since I forgot who the artist or the designer is, let me look real quick. Oh, of course, Raven Stitchcraft. How could I forget that? So this is where I am. And I didn't show it on Instagram yet because I did do quite a bit of stitches. I did get quite a few stitches in, but I would rather wait till I get her head, her face and head there. You can see her arm in here. I think she's holding something. I can't remember. I'll have to look at the picture. But here's some of her hair. She's standing in the boat. I am gonna do some other colors for the part, like the water and the hands reaching up out of the river. So I think it's gonna look really cool once I get everything in. This is an 18 count Ada, just a plain Ada. It's really stiff Ada, so it's kind of hard to work with, but this is what I had available. So I'm at just 2.62% done on this one. So I guess it's not all that much, but this is just a 1 day's work, I believe. So I'll have to work on that again soon and hopefully get more of her head and face in there so we can see that. It'll look better that way. Let's see what's going on next. So that was all of my new starts. Like I said, about 100 new starts, but in reality that was 6 if you weren't counting. And then regular whips, I just have the full coverage ones that I worked on. So I was working on, last time I filmed I was in the middle of working on Pirate Cat. I did work on it a little bit more after that. Let me pull that out if I remember. Where did I put my stuff? Oh yeah. I tried to get organized before I started, and I was, but then I can't remember where I put everything to be organized. Okay. Pirate Cat is charted by UnconventionalXstitch, and the artist is Natalie Ewert. This one I have some good progress on. So this is where I'm at so far. Let's see here. Maybe I can fold it. This is on 25 count even weave, 2/110 stitch. And you can see the coverage is still really good. So this is the hat for the Pirate Cat. And you can see the water behind there. It looks really cool. I like those colors. This one is at, let's look. This one has 9,804 stitches in, and it is at 8.57%. So I know there are 2 page finishes up here, and then I am just filling in some other areas here. So that's the first full coverage. The next one is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Adele Sessler is the artist, and the name, it's a mini beloved. And I pulled this out. I'm stitching with Steph from ThreadGeeks, and I'm also using her stitch along tag, which is Fantasy Fall Sal 2025. So she had just started hers this month along with me while I was stitching mine. So let me show you how far I've got. Here we are. This is on 18 count Ada. And it is, so this is the first page here. You can tell the outline, kind of see the outline there. And I'm just kind of filling in. I think I did all the 310. I think I'm filling in by color on this page is what I was doing. With all my different full coverages, sometimes I try different things on different ones. So this one is 4,012 stitches done to bring it to 5% done. So that is fun. I know I gridded it with pencil, but after this I didn't finish. I didn't get very far, so I know that I will be using a water soluble marker after this instead of a pencil. Just an FYI, I found out that it doesn't come out very well when you try to wash it. Yeah, so that was the next one I worked on. And all of these will be, except for Pirate Cat. Pirate Cat was from last month. But all of these will be on the wheel, so I will get more work in on them this month. The next one is one of my fox ones, but it was one I had already started. This is charted by ThreadGeeks. Artist is Cat Fedora. and it is called Bringing the Moon. So I have worked on this, gotten this far. This is a 28 count even weave, and it's 2/110 stitch. And you can see I started here in the top left corner. I was filling in the green background. I went down and found the moon here, and you can see that there's going to be the butterfly right here, trying to get down to the fox. But then I went back and I'm filling in more on the first page here to get that filled in, probably working more page by page than anything. So that is it. Let's look. I have 4,571 stitches done, bringing it to 3.53% done. Every time I pull out any of my full coverages, I just really enjoy working on it, no matter which one it is. So I think that's a good thing. I have one more full coverage that I just was working on today, actually. So I haven't gotten that many stitches in since I was working earlier. It is charted by Tilton Crafts. And I think the artist is Aiden Moreno, and it's called The Killers, and this is for my husband. And this is actually my football stitching. I told him that whenever his team, which is the Patriots, wins, I will put 500 stitches in that week. But then I decided, but then what if they never win? Because they didn't win this week. So what if they never win and I don't get any work on it? So I said, well, I'll just put in, if they don't win, I'll put in 250 for the week. That way, at least it's getting touched and it's getting some work in, at least through football season here, right? So I am working on that. It's over here. I'm in the middle of this, but filling in 310 on this one. Let's move these needle minders out of the way. You can kind of see. So this one, I did do the first page. That first page is done. Then I decided I'm going to fill in all the 310, and it's a majority is 310 on this piece. If you saw the picture, which you would have, there's huge black outline, as you can see, all the way around the whole outside. And yes, I am going to stitch all of that. So this is at 15.2% done. This is on a 25 count even weave. And it's still a 2/110 stitch. So I am just filling in 310 down here. I am not all the way over to this side. I should go up to the top, and I just kind of got tired of all the black up here. It's like 2 rows of black basically. And I wanted to see more of the picture, so I kind of went down here, but I should see how far over it goes. I think there's a little bit more, maybe another page over here. So yeah, this is going to be really cool when it's done, and I have been getting some good progress on it. So that, I'll put 250 stitches in today. So far, let me look because I'm curious. How many have I gotten so far today? 187, not too many more left to go. And like I said, that's at 15% done. So, okay. So that is everything in the last 2 weeks that I worked on. Let's talk about some stitchy kindness. So, or in stash mixed together. So I won a giveaway from Catherine at Catherine Stitching Chronicles, and I got that in the mail, and it was really, really awesome, and I love it so much. And I'm actually gonna stitch this because she has one too. So we're gonna start stitching it next month in October together. It is a Plum Street Samplers tortoise tower. Super cute. Look at that. And she even sent the floss and trim for making it into a little pillow. And a needle threader and one of our stickers. So that was awesome. That was super fun to win. Thank you, Catherine. I look forward to stitching that in October. And then a friend on Instagram sent me a pattern that she had finished just out of the kindness of her heart. She mailed me this. It is Counting Puddles Sweet Summertime. I love this so much. It'll go perfectly in my kitchen when I finish stitching it, because it matches exactly the theme. So I'm super excited. I love counting puddles. So that was very, very nice of her. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So that was some stuff that came in. So the marketplace patterns that I ordered came in. Let me show you those because I love those too. So we have Garden of Shadows by Sprouting Lupine. Love it. I have plans for this one to start next year with a friend. We're actually going to do on National Unicorn Day, which is April 9th, I believe, we're going to start unicorn patterns together. So keep that in mind if you also want to start a unicorn pattern with us. That is the plan for far, far in the future. But I love this pattern. And then a couple other friends and I are starting this one next month in October by ThreadGeeks, Blueberry J. Of course, this is amazing. And I have, come out here, the two ThreadWorks threads that the pattern calls for. So that'll be fun. I'm super excited to start that with Lauren and Callie. And then I am starting something else on Monday with Samantha, the Kansas City Stitcher, and this is something I'm super excited about. It is Close Encounters, charted by Pain Free Crafts. I have it printed out here, so I'll just show you. The artwork is by Scott Howden. Look at that, it's amazing. It's so weird, and I love the colors. I can't wait to start it. So we're both starting that together Monday, I believe, is the plan. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I really have a lot of new starts this month, don't I? That's okay. I have, if I start it, I can't finish it if I don't start it, right? So start it all and then get it in the rotation. And then I did, Barbara Anna just announced a stitch along, like for the 4 seasons. So the first one just came out today. Yeah, today, and it's on our Ko-fi. So if you buy it when it comes out, it's like only $3. So I figure even if I don't stitch it right now, which who knows, maybe I will start it anyways. But at least I'll have it because the price will go up later on after that month or that release is done. So go check out our Ko-fi if you want to get this stitch along or join in on the stitch along. It's super, super cute. I love it. I love Barbara Anna designs. That reminds me, there is another start that I forgot all about and didn't even put on my list. I'm gonna have to find it now. Hold on one second. I can't believe I forgot this one. Okay, so there is one more fox pattern that I started, and it is Barbara Anna, which is how I remembered. It's a free pattern she has, and it's called Light. And I've only worked on it one day, and I have this much in. So I can't believe I forgot that. That's what happens when I don't write it down. So yeah, this is on a 18 count oatmeal colored Ada from Hobby Lobby, and I haven't gotten too far. There's her eye, her ears, her scarf. To get more work in on that one so you can see it better, but that's kind of cool because it's a free pattern, so you can get that on her Ko-fi as well. Yeah, so check out that and also the stitch along, which is linked there. So yeah, all that fun stuff happened in the last 2 weeks, if you can believe it. That is a lot of awesome things. Oh wow, I almost forgot one more thing that I found on eBay, and it just came in the mail today. So it is a gold collection dimensions kit called Hidden Spirits, and this is what it looks like, and I love it. So I found this on eBay. It is from 2000, so it is already, yeah, no, 2001, so it's already 24 years old, which is why you can't get it anymore. But I am excited to work on this eventually. It's brand new, not opened. It's got an 18 count navy Ada, and of course the threads are not separated. So I am excited for that. I always keep an eye out just for certain kits actually that I am looking for and see if I can find a good price. And yeah, so eBay's good for that. So the plan, yeah, I've already kind of talked about my plans. I'm starting all these things with all the friends and the football stitching on the killers each week, and then for the rest of the month I'm spinning that wheel with all my September projects on it so I can get more work in on all those new starts that I had. I did want to mention 4 new channels that I watched this last couple of weeks that were really good, and you should go check them out. There is a channel called Steph Stitches. Go check that one out. I enjoyed her video. There was Annie, the Disobedient Housewife. You also have Tanya stitching across the Smokies, and Sam at Slow Snails Stitching. So these are all people that just put out in the last couple of weeks or the last month put out their first Flosstube. So if you could go check them out and give them your support, that would be awesome. And then the only other thing I have to talk about is I have that half marathon coming up in 1 week. So on the 21st, I will be going out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to run that half marathon. And after that, I won't have as much running or training to do because I don't think I'll have any races until the spring. So that'll be kind of nice. I'll still be running, of course, because I can't stop running or else I'll have to start all over in the spring. So yeah, that is all I have today. I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.